The leaders of some 30 countries are here for new talks on Ukraine. The so-called Coalition of the Willing is trying to provide security guarantees to keep Ukraine safe in the future. Senior U.S. negotiators Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are in Paris for the first time ever in these talks, along with the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, who had a working breakfast with the French president this morning. Our Clovis Casali is at the Elysée Presidential Palace where all of this is taking place. He joins me now live from there. Clovis Volodymyr Zelensky is here. He had a working lunch with Macron, but also that other key player I was mentioning, the U.S. delegation. Tell us a bit more about that.
Indeed, and the meeting of the Coalition of the Willing set to start in less than an hour. This after a meeting face-to-face between Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and French President Macron, followed by a lunch with the two men, as well as the U.S. delegation, Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff. Donald Trump, a special envoy to peace missions. That's the way he's been labelled. And ahead of this meeting, there's been a leaked draft statement, a leaked version of this draft statement. Reuters reporting that the Coalition of Willing stands ready to commit to a system of politically and legally binding guarantees that will be activated once a ceasefire enters into force. And also an important point regarding the US role with according to this draft statement, a US-led ceasefire monitoring and verification mechanism in the making. Of course, all of this if a ceasefire is agreed with Russia. And that's the whole point of this meeting today with Emmanuel Macron's advisors telling us there's one key word, and that is convergence. Convergence, getting all the allies of Ukraine around the table in order to try to bring an end to the violence in the face of the Russian aggression. The Coalition of the Willing being a gathering of the staunchest allies of Ukraine.
Clovis, there's also been a statement on Greenland that has just been issued by the French President Emmanuel Macron and other European leaders. Tell us a bit more about that.
This after Donald Trump, of course, has been saying in recent days that Greenland needs to be under US control, needs to be the 51st state of the US. Why? Because it's a question of national security, according to Donald Trump. Well, now there's been a statement released by President Macron and also German Chancellor Merz and many other European leaders, all stating that Greenland belongs to its people, belongs to Denmark, and of course Greenland, that national sovereignty is key here. And also that European nations have been stepping up efforts financially and militarily in order to guarantee the safety and the security of Greenland, to protect it from other nations, because that was a criticism made by Donald Trump. And in this statement, well, these European leaders also saying that it's NATO's responsibility to act collectively to ensure the security in this Arctic part of the world, highly important strategically. Of course, the European nations, in other words, saying, look, this is a NATO territory, a NATO nation. Not trying to antagonize or criticize the US, but quite the opposite, say it's a duty to work hand in hand with the US for Europe in order to ensure safety.